Shiori offers to help him unclog the liquid white gold stuck in his major vein.
What? This single mom was lonely, so he claps all her sadness away. What?
The story of this forbidden anime begins with Kosuke inviting his friend Yuta to hang out.
Okay, what is this like? What is this animation? Do y'all see this? This is like straight still frames. Okay, interesting. Sorry, my fault.
At his house and watch cultured films together.
Cultured films.
Yuta is worried that Kosuke's mom, Shiori, will be there and will think lowly of them.
Okay.
However, Kosuke doesn't really care about her and says she won't be home because she told him she'll be home late that day.
Okay.
Much to the boys' surprise though, Shiori greets them the moment they arrive at Kosuke's home.
Yeah.
Shocked and somewhat annoyed, Kosuke asks Shiori why she's home and she says she already told him about being home early. Kosuke just scoffs at her and makes his way upstairs.
Okay.
Yuta politely greets Shiori and follows Kosuke to his room. While the boys play their games, Shiori suddenly enters the room to bring them cookies which she baked. Kosuke gets annoyed again and tells her to stop disturbing them. As for Yuta, he is blushing so much because Shiori accidentally and unintentionally exposed her apple pie to him.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What does that mean, his apple pie? I don't even get that reference, dude. Wait, what?
A bit of time passes and Shiori wants to collect the plates in Kosuke's room.
Oh, okay. She was talking about like he was talking about the food, like the dishes.
However, she hesitates because she knows he'll get mad at him again. Ultimately, she decides to go for it anyway because she doesn't want to fail at her role as a homemaker. When she goes upstairs, Shiori meets Yuta who is carrying the plates because he plans to wash them.
Okay.
He thanks her for the cookies and praises her for their deliciousness.
He doesn't have eyes.
Shiori then asks Yuta if he's doing alright in life, especially since he's living alone. She then offers to visit his place so she can clean and cook for him.
Y'all accepting that offer? Yeah, listen, I need some cleaners and stuff like that. You feel me? My house is a little bit dirty. My house is a little bit dirty, you know what I'm saying? So if someone wants to come in and clean up.
The offer catches Yuta off guard, and he ends up refusing her offer, saying that being around a beautiful lady like her would make him extremely nervous.
Okay.
Shiori finds herself flustered and embarrassed because Yuta thinks of her as a beautiful lady.
Wow.
Thinking he might have gone overboard, Yuta apologizes to Shiori and she says everything is alright. Shiori then takes the plates to clean them downstairs. However, since she's still a little flustered, she accidentally slips on the stairs. Fortunately for her, Yuta is there to quickly leap into action and save the day.
And she lands on his dick.
The next day, Shiori is at Yuta's house, and she's taking care of him.
Wait, what?
It turns out he broke both his arms after trying to save her and they will
clumsy boy.
Take about a month to heal.
Damn.
Shiori is there to take care
a month to heal 2 broken arms? Dang, brother.
Of him in return, especially since she feels guilty about what happened to him.
Okay.
Shiori takes care of all of Yuta's needs, from feeding him to helping him go to the toilet.
Dang.
As for Yuta,
nigga, what? He does not need help going to the toilet. Dude, he broke his arms. He can walk into the bathroom. Am I tripping? What? In real men, pee when they sit down. Wait, sit down when they pee. Real men do that. Real men. I'm talking about you.
Can't help but continuously compliment Shiori on everything she does for him, which makes her uncomfortably flustered almost all the time. At one point, while helping him in the toilet, Yuta can't help but confess to Shiori that he practices his self-reliance skills, leaving her embarrassed once again.
What is his self-reliance skills? You talking about your Fortnite skills, buddy? Like what?
However, since she feels bad that Yuta can't release his liquid white gold because of his injuries, Shiori offers to help him unclog the liquid white gold stuck in his major vein.
What? Don't screenshot that. Okay. That's just, how does that, bro, it's been like 1 day and you can't goon anymore and now you, like, bro, what? It's been one singular day and you haven't gooned. I can't go neither.
Yuta panics because he couldn't believe that Shiori would help do such a thing for him. Of course, it doesn't take that long for Yuta's major vein to loosen up and unleash all of its clogged liquid white gold. Since there still seems to be plenty of liquid white gold stuck in his major vein, Yuta asks Shiori to continue giving him a helping hand. During that time, Shiori can't help but wonder what would happen if Yuta suddenly unleashes all of his liquid white gold into her apple pie.
What?
After that incident, Yuta continuously keeps asking Shiori to help him unclog the liquid white gold constantly getting stuck in his major vein.
Brother, bro, I thought he was taking a shit. So you're telling me he's getting dome or whatever's happening while taking a shit? I know it stinks in there.
Although she somehow feels uncomfortable doing so, Shiori doesn't refuse Yuta because she still feels responsible for his situation.
What?
One day, while having her help him take a bath, Yuta asks Shiori to free herself of fabric burden because he doesn't want them to get drenched again. Although she is shocked at first, Shiori accepts his suggestion because it makes perfect sense. While Shiori gives Yuta her helping hand, he can't stop staring at her twin personality.
Yo!
Since her helping hand no longer seems to be enough, he asks her to use her twin personalities to unclog his major vein.
Huh?
Although she is reluctant at first, Shiori still gives in to Yuta's demands because, in her heart, she wants to help him out. While she gives him a personality sandwich, Yuta notices that Shiori's apple pie dripping with its caramelized juices and uses his foot to check if its temperature is right.
His foot? That's a new method. I'm going to have to write that down.
Yuta's move catches Shiori by surprise, but she isn't able to do anything about it anymore as she has also slowly lost control of herself.
What?
Then, when the time is right, Yuta's major vein releases its liquid white gold and splatters all over Shiori. At the same time, Shiori also couldn't hold herself back from stepping on Legos and short-circuiting her brain for a few seconds. Yuta then tells Shiori that he can no longer hold back and wants to fully appreciate her, but Shiori tells him they shouldn't cross that bridge.
They shouldn't
However,
cross that bridge.
Since
okay.
is also in desperate need of appreciation, she agrees but under the condition that he must exercise self-control until his hands have healed. If he can do that, then she will let him fully appreciate her apple pie to his heart's content. In her room later that night, Shiori loses control and goes on to practice her self-reliance skills.
Huh?
During that time, she thinks about Yuta using his major vein to appreciate her apple pie.
Jesus.
She tells herself that once Yuta appreciates her, she will be able to move on and return to her normal life. However,
so she need that new dad. She need that young man dad. She need that young man dad. No screenshots.
That is not true at all, and deep in her heart, Shiori knows that once she lets Yuta appreciate her, she won't be able to return to her normal life at all. The next morning, Kosuke tells Shiori that he'll be away for a week during the next month for training camp.
Oh, he's gone.
Shiori gets nervous because that means she'll be alone at home for an entire week.
Jesus.
She then receives a message from Yuta saying that he will be fully healed in a week and he's looking forward to Shiori keeping her promise.
Wait, he's gonna be fully healed? That means he could pick her up and... Bro, he's about to go stupid. Throw her up, flip her, boom, land on the dead. Bro, he about to go dummy, man.
Days leading up to the promised date, Shiori continues to help manage Yuta's needs. Throughout that time, Yuta shows excellent determination, ensuring that he manages to fulfill his promise to exercise self-control until his arms fully heal. As for Shiori, she can't help but be anxious as she waits to fulfill her end of the bargain too. She knows she shouldn't condone such an act, but she's also unable to stop
What
herself
happened to the
because
sun,
she
bro?
wants to feel like a lady again, and Yuta is the only one capable of making that happen.
Feel like a lady again.
The night after Kosuke leaves for training camp, Yuta arrives at their house, eager to finally receive his long-awaited reward. The two get ready for their appreciation session, and before they start, Shiori tells Yuta to equip protective gear so he can appreciate her safely. After that,
bump the protection gear. That's not appreciating enough.
Yuta finally appreciates Shiori's warm apple pie, and it is even more amazing than he expected. As for Shiori, she is finally able to receive the appreciation that she has been waiting to experience for so many years now. Shiori can't believe how fiercely Yuta is appreciating her. Moreover, she is shocked that he doesn't show any signs of fatigue at all.
Oh my gosh!
Their appreciation session lasted until morning, with Yuta releasing his liquid white gold 15 times. A happy Yuta says he needs to go to school and tells Shiori they should resume their appreciation session when he returns.
Wait, how old is he?
While still in the process of regaining her composure, Shiori trembles as she realizes their fierce, mind-breaking appreciation sessions will continue for 6 days.
Oh.
Every single day after that, Yuta appreciates Shiori non-stop, be it before school, after he goes home, or even at bedtime. Shiori feels that she has never been sought after like this before in her life, even when she was younger. For the first time in her life, her warm apple pie stayed overflowingly juicy, and she was unable to maintain her dignity as a lady.
Wow. He made her feel like a dirty slut.
As for Yuta, he would go after Shiori's apple pie whenever he gets the chance. He no longer cared about the time or place, and would even do so while Shiori was talking to someone else.
What?
As the days pass,
Nigga, in the fucking public transit?
Shiori finds herself getting sad that their non-stop appreciation sessions will end.
Wow.
She believes that once it's over, she'll return to her normal life,
Her regular
wanted by
day.
nobody because she has outlived her purpose in life.
She got that life she got that day that was so good, she can die. She literally can die now. She had good enough day. Girl, I know you want that. No screenshots.
During that time, she finally becomes honest with herself, saying she no longer wants to go back to such a life. On the morning of their final day alone, Shiori wakes up and sees they've used up all of their protective equipment. She then smells something from downstairs, and when she goes to check, she finds Yuta cooking breakfast for her. Yuta tells her that since they've been appreciating non-stop the entire week, he wants Shiori to relax on their final day together.
Dang.
At that moment, Shiori is no longer able to hold herself back. She begs Yuta to continue appreciating her until the very last second when Kosuke returns.
Oh my gosh!
Since he was raised to respect his elders, Yuta doesn't hesitate to
Since he was raised to respect his elders. Brother, what? What do you mean since he was raised? Okay, so if anyone older than... Never mind.
accept her request. However, before he begins appreciating Shiori, he points out that they're out of protective equipment already. To his surprise, she tells him to just directly deposit his liquid white gold into her bank account so that it doesn't go to waste.
Bro, what? Yo, the way they word these things are so kinky. I can't lie, it's kind of hot.
So, Yuta goes on to appreciate Shiori's apple pie senseless for the rest of the day as she requested. In the evening, the two are having a fierce appreciation session while taking a bath to save time.
Ooh.
Yuta is feeling a little anxious because Kosuke might arrive at any moment. However,
they're at the house?
Shiori tells him to just continue appreciating her until the last second. While they're both caught up with their appreciation, Kosuke finally arrives. He calls out to Shiori but she doesn't answer, so Kosuke goes on to look for her. He then hears some strange noises from the bathroom and goes to check.
Oh my.
Yuta and Shiori notice Kosuke but they can't stop their appreciation session anymore.
Bro, they're going. I'm telling you, I told you what he was gonna do. He was gonna get her and go. You feel me? Bro, he is going. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's good passion. Juicy. Sex.
They both know they're going to get caught, so Yuta promises that he'll explain everything to Kosuke.
Yo, that shit must be good. I can't lie. This is kind of...
When Kosuke enters the room, he is shocked to learn what's up with Shiori and Yuta. He gets angry at Shiori, but
And
to his
shoots him.
surprise, she scolds him back and tells him to go to his room.
Nigga, imagine your girl, right? Cheating on you. With a kid. With your son's kid. Or friend. And you walking in them having vicious, raw, hot, juicy sex. And she says, go to your room. Brother, I would be pissed.
When he leaves, Shiori tells Yuta to continue appreciating her for...
So then after you go to your room, you hear in the background, oh, baby girl, yes, fuck that nigga who's in the other room, fuck that nigga, fuck my husband, fuck me harder. No clips. I was giving an example. That's history. That's literally educational.
From that day until forever. Time passes and Kosuke is about to leave for school. Shiori bids him farewell and he tells her to say hi to Yuta later. It turns out that even after learning what's truly happening between her and Yuta, Kosuke didn't tell them to end things.
What?
After Kosuke leaves, Shiori prepares herself and eventually goes to the front door to greet Yuta, who is certainly eager to see her that morning for their daily appreciation session.
Wait, they still kept... Wait, what? Wait, hold on, what? Wait, hold on, what?
Shiori prepares herself and eventually goes to the front door to greet Yuta, who is certainly eager to see her that morning for their daily appreciation.
So they kept fucking. He gets paid to give these neglected ladies love and... If you want us to watch more stuff like this, go ahead and put lonely balls in the comments, bro.